5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the Pound Hour. This is Lonnie. That's Brian. We're the L and the B. And this is where the place to be is here, actually. And the place we are at is actually in Cowlitz County. I am in L Town. He is in B Town. And that's why it's called the Lonnie Bryan Show. Actually, he's in K Town, hence the K on his hat right there. So, and where is K Town at, Brian?
It's in Kelso, Washington, Southwest Washington, actually.
AKA Little Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep. And I am in Longview, which is the planned city, of course, from way back when. Robert Long, not the current Robert Long, who's up for murder in Atlanta. That's different. Ari Long or Robert Long.
Yeah, he's R.A. Long, Robert A. Long.
Yeah, that's horrible. You know, I bet you he may be named after him or whatever, but either way.
Maybe it's Robert Aaron Long. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Robert's middle name was. It may have been Aaron. You never know. Arnold?
Arthur.
Huh?
Could be Arthur.
Could be Arthur. Could be Andy. Never happened to hear old man Andy. Or Adam. Could be Arthur, Andy, Alley-oop. Alley-oop was a name actually one time. I think it was a comic, but either way, folks, this is the Pound Hour, and we are here for the next 30 minutes to 40 to 60, depending on what Zoom gives us today. But
yeah,
we're here for the duration anyway. And while we're here, we're not trying to monetize any of this stuff. We're just trying to have some fun during this pandemic and get out to speaking back to people, because it's been a long time. It's kind of hard to do that now and again. It's kind of like I'm actually becoming agoraphobic. I don't want to go outside anymore. I mean, I do want to go outside, but I don't want to be in public. I don't want to be around people. Do you feel that way at all, Brian?
No, I'm okay. I like going out and seeing people occasionally. Now that we're opening up, I'm excited. Oh, Robert Alexander Long was an American lumber baron, developer, planner, newspaper owner, philanthropist.
Yes, he was quite great. Hence the Alexander part of that name.
Yeah.
He took over the Northwest and he built it from what it was. It was just, there was not much here, and he built a great city and put thousands of people to work, even though they weren't from around here, I think, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want a lot of the people from the area.
He didn't want Kelso people, so he got people from all around the country.
Yeah, well, and now you know why, folks. Kelso people. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's a Kelso person.
Chip on our shoulder because of that, but that's okay. I think that made the football teams a lot better. They were always mad.
Well, that's possibly true. It worked.
Yeah.
They've only gone to state. Kelso only has one high school there, and they are AAA, I do believe. And they have gone to state many times, and they've had a wonderful team. Actually, they have a great sports program, no matter what.
Yeah, they won it once, and I think R.A. Long might have won it in 1930 or something. And they might have won it twice, but I think they won it in 1930. But it was a poll then. They just voted on the winner. They didn't play the games.
Oh, I never heard that. That's crazy.
Yeah, up until through 1972, the state of Washington, you were just declared state champ. So it was a good chance for everybody to argue about it.
Well, that basically means that, go to your court records or something, and saying, hey, yeah. Well, I think that, has R.A. Long gone to state at all in the last 30 years? I don't think so.
I don't know. In football, in basketball, they might have gone.
And softball they have, and in wrestling.
Oh, yeah, and they took second in state in baseball in 2010.
Oh, really? Yeah, they've always done good baseball and decent anyways. And I'd say volleyball and wrestling, but track, they have some good people. Well, it's individual things they do really well at, but when it comes to like team, they kind of are a little behind sometimes. Mark Morris does that. In Longview, there's two high schools. In Kelso, there's one, which is we're about the same size actually, as far as geography wise. I think Kelso's
Yeah,
a little
but
bigger.
Longview has 3 times the amount of people as Kelso.
3 times? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
we're at about 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Wow.
1968 GTO just went by. Can you hear it? Oh, so the mic's pretty good because there
Well,
was
I heard something. I didn't know what it was.
yeah, 1968 GTO.
My little GTO.
One of the cylinders was clogged. The guy
Tire was flat. I could hear it.
and the guy had big feet. You could just tell the way he was accelerating.
What are you, John Travolta in what movie?
I was going more for that girl in My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
She knew stuff like that. You could tell it was orange by the smell.
I was thinking more of John Travolta in Blowout.
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I saw it once in like 1980 when I was a little kid.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you should say Blowout. We've been talking about working on movie ideas and scripts and things like that. And that one gets cited a lot as an interesting script.
Blowout?
Yeah.
Does it? I think, I wonder why.
I don't know. It's been a while, but yeah, there's some good. Read those books out there about screenplays. They always talk about certain movies. Then you watch the movie and you realize the writing is so good.
Well, I heard that it was a really good movie. I mean, besides I watched it when I was younger, but I mean, I've heard that it was a really good movie and it was under promoted and it was kind of like it's a weird time. I think they're going through the whole Scout of Disco and his fame was going not dwindling, but maybe
it was starting to. He was trying to figure out where to go after that, after Grease and Saturday Night Fever, and then it was like, what now? So,
yep. And then
some bad movies and some good ones. He did the one with Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it was Perfect, and she was a aerobics instructor.
Yeah. Xanadu, I think he did or something. Not Xanadu, but something off of that one. I think it was another movie he did with Perfect. I think there's one. And then Xanadu, I don't know. Was he part of Xanadu? I don't know.
No, that was the guy from Warriors. That destroyed his career. He actually wasn't even allowed in the state of California after Xanadu. So, Michael Beck.
Oh, okay. And they kind of look like John Travolta, kind of that whole era. They look kind of similar, people do.
Yeah, Michael Beck teaches classes now on how to not destroy your career.
Well, I know how to do it physically.
Well, you know what? I think he wanted to hang out with Olivia Newton-John, and we can't blame him.
No doubt about that. Well, yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John, beautiful woman, but yeah, her and she was a decent actress.
Yeah.
I don't know why in particular she had to be kind of pushed away off the side. I think she had some physical issues herself.
Yeah, she had some physical issues, but she had a hell of a career. And in the 70s, her music was all over the radio. It was big time.
Yeah. I got one song stuck in my head right now. I can't remember what it's from. Her singing though.
Well, she did I Honestly Love You and Please, Mr. Please and all that. She did some good stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to her stuff.
Sweet voice, good person.
Yeah, she definitely.
Well,
she had breast cancer at one time. That's why I know she had some issues there. But other than that,
her boyfriend turned up missing, never found, and he was in a boat, never found.
Really?
So she had a lot of heartbreak. She was nowhere near the guy. He went out on a sailing adventure, and we haven't seen him again. They're saying he might be faking his own death. We're not sure.
Well, what do we know?
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. This dawned on me. I could actually, my eyebrows show up on this thing. Mind you, I have some pretty big eyebrows, but I ain't gonna take care of it. Slack them down. But
it's Grooming Tuesday, they call it. Grooming Tuesday.
But I can do. Can you let me see your eye?
My eyebrows? I can't do it if I try, but when I talk, this one goes up. This is on mirror or something. So I point to this one. I think I'm pointing at that one.
I know, isn't that weird? It's always on mirror. No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one you have backwards or not, but when I go this way, it goes over there.
Yeah. Well,
Vice
people
versa.
think I have a receding hairline, but actually, I was born bald, and every year I get more. So wait till next year.
Yeah, exactly. It's keep coming back. I use some of that Rogaine stuff,
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. My hair is actually I don't have any hair problems. Fortunately, I don't have any hair problems.
Well, I saw Rainn Wilson, from The Office. He had a post on Facebook where he showed us a close up and said, "This is my forehead. It was giant."
Oh, it is giant. Anyways, I mean, even before he started receding, he had a 5 head already.
Yeah, he just has a big forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, and some people are like that, oddly enough. I know I have a beautiful relative. She's got a pretty big forehead for her age,
Yeah, it's actually called a 9 head in his case. It's so big.
Really? Well, I haven't seen him hold his hair back, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, he did it on Facebook because, during the pandemic,
Trying to be funny.
go a little crazy, and he's.
I wonder what he's doing nowadays.
Well, he apparently, what I heard is he had a bit of a argument with a neighbor, and then it went bad. They were arguing over. They had a Zoom meeting, and then they got in an argument. And then after that, the guy came over to Rainn's house,
and rain on his parade.
Yeah, and then kind of beat him up a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, but he did give him a nice vest. So there you go. But he has a forehead. You can't tell there. No, that was from some movie. I have no idea.
Harry Mudd, it says.
Harry Mudd.
Yeah,
that's what my doctor calls, well, I don't even want to say it, but people that don't wipe that well end up with hairy mud.
Yuck.
That was terrible.
That was bad. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, but 1 out of 10 men think that when they hear that. Their first thought is hairy mud. That must be, yeah.
I will now, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can make everything seem bad to you. I'll give everything a bad visual. I can do that.
Yeah, well, we talk about visuals and old actors. Not that he's old at all, because he's pretty relevant nowadays, being Offices, everything everybody watches every day still, But we're talking about older actors. We actually had to watch a movie last night about the 70s, actors and stuff. How did you like that, by the way?
Loved it. It was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Didn't seem that long. I thought, oh my gosh, over 3 hours. I thought I couldn't do it. It's just absorbing. I like those actors and just that scene, 1969, the hippies. And
yeah, they go all out, man. Quentin Tarantino does an amazing job. Yeah. He shows, it's kind of funny because in theory, the story, how Sharon Tate was killed and stuff, and how, but you just twist that a little bit where they get the wrong freaking driveway and they show up at Brad Pitt's house, you know what I mean? Or not his house, but Leo. But either way, they show up with a friggin' body double / whatever. Pretty tough guy. And, it's just, that story could have changed so much,
That scene was amazing, though. Just thinking of Tarantino putting that together. And I was telling you yesterday, he gets a little edgy and has tantrums and stuff, and then has to remind himself he's living his dream. But that was amazing. That had to be a lot of work to put that thing together, that scene in the house.
The last scene?
Yeah, and then DiCaprio's listening to his lines at the pool, and then a lady shows up, looked like a bizarre horror movie. That was wild. That looked straight out of some 80s horror movie. Friday.
Now I know why my son said that he had watched that scene over and over when he worked at the theater. He said at the end of the movie, he'd always come in a couple minutes early and to go clean the theaters and stuff. And watch.
I had to look away a couple times at the fireplace part, but I want to watch it again and see how they did that, because that was amazing.
That was brutal when he just,
Old Tex.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I like the Anybody order fried sauerkraut?
That was
Really,
great.
so cheesy, such a cheesy line, but
Yeah, but I love those lines.
yeah, it's perfect, perfect, yeah. Although I did, it was unnerving a little bit how the 17-year-old girl was attracted to the 57-year-old man. Yeah,
Yeah, but he kept it together. He didn't
he
do
did.
it.
He did. Thought that was pretty funny, actually. How he's like, nope, I ain't falling for that crap.
Yeah. Well, and he showed how to get your tire changed for you. That was a good kind of a how-to.
Nope,
The guy left the knife in the tire, which is hilarious.
nope, you're gonna do it. Well, it's like he left the knife in his hip too.
Yeah. Oh, that was painful. It was
Yeah, well,
a great movie. It's fun.
yeah, it was super fun. That's a good movie. And that movie, once again, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Yeah.
by Quentin Tarantino and Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt and a slew of others as well that were in there. But
Did you say Margot Robbie? She was in it.
yeah, there's a slew of others. So
Those
Margot
girls
Robbie,
that played the Manson girls, they were pretty good.
yeah, they were.
Scary, but
They definitely. I mean, it's so apropos for that time, seeing that the craziness of that world right there.
yeah. Well, and having Bruce Dern play that Spawn guy, the old guy, that was good. That was a short scene, but it was good.
Yeah, well, he did a great job. I mean, he's just ass is what he was doing. But
Yeah,
Bruce
but it was
Dern-
funny because he played a frail old man, but in reality, he runs the mile against other 80-year-olds.
hey, if you can run a mile against anybody,
If you can run a mile at 80, geez, against, for time, he tries to beat people. He said when he became 81, he got in a new bracket, 81 to 85, and he wins all the time. Then when
If
he
I
gets,
can-
yeah, when you start a new bracket, say you're 81, you're in the 81 to 85, you win just because you're the younger guy. That's what he said. He said he can't wait till he turns 86 to get into the 86 to 90 bracket.
yeah, well, I'll tell you, if I can walk a mile when I'm 50, I'll
Oh,
be doing great. Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know if I could run a mile right now. I've come close, but for Bruce Dern, he does it in meets all summer, track meets.
Hmm.
That'd
Yeah,
be
well,
interesting to go to a track meet where they have 81 to 85-year-olds.
Sure. Guys just train their whole life. They're good.
It's amazing.
They know what they're doing. They stay in definitely in shape. I mean, he was a healthy looking guy. He wasn't looked bad at all, other than the fact that he looked blind, mind you.
Yeah.
That was his character. But and he's like, I love is like you and that little redhead, and he's like, he's like, you asshole, how am I supposed to know what color that girl is? It's working
Yeah.
helping me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards the girl
I'm
said,
blind.
yeah, and then afterwards the girl said he wasn't blind, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, I thought that was metaphorical.
I thought they were just dissing Brad.
No, yeah, they were. They're being metaphorical, saying he's not blind, you're blind. Is what he said. You're not seeing the beauty of this place. Whatever. And and I imagine that happened quite a bit. Still probably does. People take advantage of others and
Oh yeah.
building a little commune on property. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm sure they do. And if I ever wanted to be a hippie, I know some pretty good ones, I think, who have actually started some communes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, if I started a hippie commune, I'd only get workaholics.
Workaholic. Well, they all work. I think.
Well, now a lot of hippies complain about the other hippies not holding up their end of the bargain, not doing the dishes or whatever.
Sure. Well,
you get the workaholics, and then they'll all do more than they have to, and it'll be good.
Well, is there any utopian places around the United States at all right now?
I don't know. Yeah, there's artist colonies and stuff.
Yeah.
There are probably colonies that just were totally unaffected by COVID. If nobody got it at the artist colony and they stay within the colony, they wouldn't have got it.
Right. What was that movie that they did a couple years back? Not The Colony.
The Village?
The Village. There you go. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they weren't hippies. They were religious.
No, well, they were just
nuts.
people that didn't want to go back and live the new life. They wanted to live. So they're kind of hippies, just a different
Yeah.
genre of him. It was M Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah.
M Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. It's hard to say Shyamalan.
Yeah, he almost lost me on that movie.
Oh yeah, that was not. It wasn't bad. It was conceptual. It was. I get it.
Something weird happened that I can't remember what it was, but it
They
lost all
faked the
credibility.
monsters. The monsters were faked,
Yeah.
and they had to scare the people back into the village because the monsters lived out there.
Yeah.
So the kids. Yeah.
He should have learned. He should have learned from the great directors that you don't show the monsters. The less you show the monster and just talk about it and scare people about it.
Well,
unless you got Predator. If you got Predator, then you show the monster.
Right there, you go. Other monster was kind of ugly, and yeah.
Wasn't the monster somebody dressed up as a monster? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the fact that they bought that, I think, just never showing the monsters would have been the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Once again, folks, that is The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. I actually liked it, and the fact that the concept of it is good. The delivery on that movie is not the best, but it's not that bad. It makes sense.
Yeah, just that part. But
yeah, but worth a watch, I think.
I think he has another one on the way. I'm not sure.
I hope so. Yeah, I actually like most everything he does. I do appreciate it. Signs is one of my favorite movies of all times. I don't know why, because probably I've always been into UFOs and whatnot, so it really hit me. Some people don't get it all. They're like, I don't like Signs yet. And I'm like, dang, dude, to me, it makes a lot of sense. And
yeah.
But his other movies out there, like, did we talk about Lady in the Water the other day for some odd reason?
You mentioned, I don't know much about it.
Lady in the Water was a movie, an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It was a story. It was a very odd. That's the weirdest story right there. You think that The Village is odd? Try that one. And of course, we've all seen Sixth Sense, right?
Yeah. Unbreakable.
Well, yes. Or have we all seen Sixth Sense, or was I just thinking that?
Almost everybody's seen it.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. Was I just thinking that to have my Sixth Sense? Bad joke. But no.
I'm glad nobody told me the spoiler alert. I went to that movie, was so into it, and then I went, oh shit, he's dead. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know it either. Yeah, that was great. What was I gonna say? Other ones, Split. Split was great too, I thought. Have you seen Split?
No, I haven't seen that. Unbreakable was okay. I kind of like.
Yeah, I thought Unbreakable was good. But see, Split and Unbreakable, they come together at the end. At the third movie they came out with is Mr. Glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Wow, 3 of them. I might have to catch up. But I was really happy about that movie. The movie we watched last night, Once Upon a Time in America, but I've been putting it off because it was so long. And
yeah, it went through pretty quick. I didn't realize it was that long. I didn't realize it was that long, actually.
It's over 3 hours, I believe. Well, I know it's over 3.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours. I mean, I'm not sure. But it's funny because the guy I watched it the first time years ago, a couple years back. He's like, you watched that again? He goes, you fell asleep the whole time you were with me. I go, yeah, that's why I had to watch it again. I have a tendency to fall asleep in movies.
Tarantino claims he's only doing 2 more directing 2 more movies, but we'll see. But I think it takes him a while, so he might.
Well, you figure by the time maybe. You never know.
He's 57 now, and he'll probably get his next one out. He's 60. Then the one after that, he's 65. He may.
They say he's doing 10 movies, and that's it.
That's what he says as far as directing. Now he's not a bad actor, and he also can produce.
Yeah.
And write. He can write. I mean, the guy writes great. He wrote True Romance. So.
Yeah, that's an amazing movie. My favorite, actually.
Yeah.
So I highly enjoy
Well, that is your favorite. Let's watch that next if you're okay with that.
I'm okay with it. No problem here.
Because I think I watched it in bits and pieces. I don't think I ever went to the theater and saw it.
Yeah, well, my TV is not that big, but it's definitely decent enough. Yeah. No, it's not theater, but I would gladly actually make it dark and turn on some popcorn and watch that freaking movie because it's just so fun. I just love it.
Well, if the theater pub would play it, I'd go, and a lot of guys would.
Yeah. Well, that's what we always, it's hard for them to get one movie, I think, and then promote it.
Yeah. Well, those first run movies are killing them. They cost a lot and they have a lot of rules. Like you have to play it at this time on 7, even if there's a Seahawk game. And
Yeah.
he makes some money off those Seahawk games. So yeah, I think if he gets off of first run movies, it just seems weird to try to go first run. We got a place with like 10 theaters. Don't we have 10 plex or something down the street?
12, I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Last thing he should be doing is first run. He needs to come up with a niche. You had ideas on it too, how to bring in people with a niche crowd.
Yeah, but the niche crowd.
Parties, events, plays.
Well, he does. He was doing some of that stuff, a lot of that stuff, actually.
Yeah.
But
you know what's really sad is he said the expense of Rocky Horror and the restrictions made it so he can't even do that anymore.
yeah, and that's the funnest one to have, actually.
Yeah, that was one where he was making money. People spent a lot of money in there, and it was great. But yeah, apparently they don't want it played by a lot of little theaters, so they're controlling it.
Which is wrong. Now, if they wanted to say geographically wise, you can only have it in one place every 20 miles. Sure. You know what I mean?
I think our county should become a sanctuary county and say we play whatever we want and we don't care if it's copyrighted. Come in and watch it.
Well, if it was up to the county, we could do that, but because
then
the owner,
the state would come in and then the feds.
yeah, and then he couldn't do anything about it. You know, he won't get any more. They don't have to give him movies to watch. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying he becomes a bootlegger and a kind of a mild thief. So we need to get a mafia guy running that place.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's his possibility.
Come in and try to stop me. And the guy's got a machine gun. So it's like, okay, we're going to let him have his movie.
Yeah, but nobody else come and play if you get a gun there. That's kind of fun. Come on in, folks. And, you know,
come on in, folks. We got this for 2 hours, and then they're going to come in and seize the movie for us.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Make sure you get all your popcorn because, you know, they're picking it up. We'll have the FBI sweeping up the floor when we're done.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's been 100 years. Maybe we bring back vaudeville. That you don't have to have any rights to that stuff.
No. Well, I think in particular, actually, do you mean vaudeville movies?
No, live.
Yeah. Well,
you could probably do vaudeville movies too, because some of those are 100 years old. Yeah, he could probably do some old 100-year-old movies.
Well, when did films start?
Well, I think they started showing it to the public in the 20s. They became a business.
So
20s, maybe 1918, but.
So can we get some of those movies free? I'm sure, right?
Possibly, very possibly. There is some public domain stuff out there.
So the public domain stuff, that's what we need to find and play that. I thought it was ending after 40 years, but now.
No, that's more of course, it's more complicated.
It used to be 40 years. Now it's like, you know,
I'm not sure.
They realize people are living longer. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, either way, something to look into, definitely, because I mean, if someday our goal is to own a theater or somebody wanted to own a theater, it would behoove them to know the rules. And it seems to me that the rules are changing every day, of course. So, you know, but.
Well, you know what? What most people watch now, especially young people, is YouTube videos. You could just have YouTube on at the theater and people would drink beer, watch YouTube. It could actually work. I'd go do that. Go watch funny videos of various kinds.
Actually, I wonder what the rules are on that.
Well, the problem is every YouTube video is protected too. So
that's, I mean, I wonder what the rules are on that, so you can't watch it in public. Well,
he would have to get permission from every YouTube video he showed, so it's not going to work either.
See, that's just some bunk.
Well, you know what the world's trying to tell us is make up your own stuff, make up your own entertainment, find a way. Because I've been to shows, I've even been to some of those LCP things where you guys had entertainment and it was fun and it was all original.
Yeah, I mean, we tried, but
well, where the men wore bras and gave the proceeds to breast cancer research, that was one of the best shows. So that was a show in itself. It was awesome.
Yeah, but you can only watch that so many times until you realize that, yeah.
Well, no, you only watch it once, and then you do something else.
hmm No, yeah, the guys in bras didn't turn me on. However, I realized the guys in bras definitely had pretty masculine bodies. So, the fireman stuff, but that's okay. It was just odd. Yeah. The reason why I say this because it threw me off a loop. They got me to come in there in false pretense, thinking that it was gonna be, this bra. I'd have these models in these bras, and they'd be raising money for it when actually it ended up being men. And so, oh well, we live and learn.
Well, that's
But
what made it
hey,
fun. It would have been sexist, and you would have been canceled for doing it if it was girls, but it's guys being silly. So
I I don't know. You do a runway type of thing. Usually there's girls. Usually there's.
yeah,
But either way, they knew what took me to get me in there, and then or us there, and had a.
well, I knew it was men.
Oh well, I didn't. There we go. But not until maybe 5 minutes beforehand when they had me a drink, I think, and said, "Hey, by the way," I'm like, "Yeah, so what are the guys doing here? They're wearing the bras." I'm like, "Oh, too bad, so sad." Either way, it was actually a good fundraiser, and we had a lot of fun. I think that we do a lot of those things with the LCP, the Lower Clean Professionals here in locally. That one, I'm not sure it was an LCP thing actually. Was it an LCP thing? I don't even know.
I don't know. It was some sort of charity. It was at the Moose Lodge.
Yeah, but we do a lot of stuff like that. It's kind of fun. Matter of fact, today is my first actual face-to-face meeting with the Downtowners Board. And the Downtowners Board, yeah, it sounds weird. The Downtowners Board. And I don't know what's gonna, it's gonna be fun to see everybody, but I don't have my second shot of vaccination yet, so I don't really want to be close to face to face to people. So, and I think the Chamber of Commerce event, their first one is tonight or tomorrow. So, but they're not doing more than 20 people at a time, which is really strange because it's kind of lame, I think. But
Well, maybe they should do an event, a competition. One of them has to go. You don't need both the Chamber of Commerce and Downtowners. Let's battle it out for the right for one of them to control the area.
yeah, that's not what's gonna happen.
Now, there's going to be probably 11 more by the end of the year. They keep adding things. But I like the Downtowners. I like the Downtowners because they're kind of combining the two towns and including other towns too. So,
well, no, the Downtowners actually is not combining the two towns. We've got a Kelso Downtowners and a Long Beach Downtowners.
yeah, but you said they're working together on a lot of things and kind of combining in a sense, not legitimately,
But yeah, they are. We are working together on some stuff. I mean, like if we can do some shop local events or something like that, yeah, for sure. It's just that. I mean, it'd be great if they're completely separate. I mean, it'd be great. But right now, because not everybody in the world has all the passion, it's the same people doing the same type of thing.
Yeah, that's why they almost should just merge into one, Longview Kelso Downtowners.
Yeah, and that would be basically taking over the Chamber of Commerce type of thing. Honestly, I mean, the Chamber of Commerce is regional, and they do a lot more events, and they do some good stuff. But I mean, the purpose of the Chamber of Commerce is to keep us in the loop legally on a lot of stuff, with like legislation and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they get into that. So
yeah, they get political, and we don't even go near that stuff, and we're not trying to because I'm part of both of them. So I'm like trying, we just want to promote the downtown areas and bring people down there. I think it's great, but yeah, it's been a year long of no meetings or gatherings because it is what it is. We try to help them while people in the backside are basically trying to help them find money from the government and stuff, which has been cool. We've only lost probably 3 businesses in this city due to COVID. They weren't really big ones. They were basically, and if they had really tried to get their funds and asking for the funds and so forth, they probably would have stayed afloat. My guess is they weren't doing that well financially to begin with. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard which ones went out, but
Yeah, I know, but I don't at the moment. But
yeah.
yeah,
Well, some businesses go out anyway. I mean, it's
yes,
going to
they do.
happen. We lose a
Well,
few every year.
yes, we do. Just through fruition of they try different things and get their goal set, and their goal isn't what they want it to be to begin with, and so they
Yeah.
actually that's a fruition. That's not fruition. That's actually what do you call it? Not what's it called? Where you basically get deleted. It's a through what's it? People help me here. What's the
Oh,
word?
attrition.
Attrition. Yeah, through attrition. There you go. Attrition, not nutrition, or not whatever I said. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. By the way,
Well, plus times change. Some businesses no longer become relevant. I mean, that happens too.
yeah, absolutely, and that's part of the attrition, basically. I do believe. So, if you're up for a questions, Brian, I've got one ready for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
What was the last funny video that you saw? You know?
Last funny video. Well, I kind of liked one I saw with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg trying to make each other laugh. Some competition.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good. Then people got into a massive argument on Facebook about it. It was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the arguments were more enjoyable actually than the video. People said some weird stuff.
Well, there's I don't know if I've seen that or not. I may have. It seemed like I may have. They were standing in kind of white background, maybe.
No, they're sitting down across from each other, and it was like they would tell a really bad joke, like a dad joke, and then trying to make each other laugh. And it was good. Will Ferrell, I think, won 11-10, but I don't even think the scoring was correct. It was just fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure what they are, but what I've got funny. I think the last funniest videos I watched where I'll put in YouTube and go bloopers of The Office, whatever. That's. I mean, I think The Office, as funny as it is, to watch their bloopers, that's pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this goes on to the second question I have, which is, what do you do to get rid of stress?
Just keep busy. Do the next thing. Think about what I have to do next. When I don't know what I have to do next, that's when I get a little stressed.
In life, you mean? Just
yeah.
Yeah.
I try to work out and stay calm as much as I can.
And it's funny you say that because I have somebody else in my life that's very similar to that. And maybe you can have a conversation with them and tell them what you do for that, because I didn't realize that's what stressed you out as well, was not knowing what to do.
Yeah. Or if like I used to get mad when people are late. Now, like I think I told you, I just start doing something.
Yeah.
Get busy. And then if the person shows up, they might have to wait, but it's no big deal.
Yep.
Keep busy and know what. Sometimes they'll just do nothing. It's good too to go in and watch videos and relax.
Sure, you can't do it forever, but it's good to definitely
10 minutes.
Wind down.
10 minutes or so. This one guy, Brendan Burchard, he's a big time motivator. He talks about he works 50 minutes on a project really hard, takes 10-minute break every hour.
Nothing wrong with that.
In that hour, he gets his water together or whatever and relaxes and stretches a little bit. And every hour is more productive because he only uses 50 minutes of it and takes 10 minutes for a break.
Well, now I will tell you, that's exactly what I used to do quite a bit in the office.
That's the way to go.
If I was in the office, I would just do, because I would sit there and go for like a project in particular, and like a marketing project, I'd go on there and I'd be there for a day or two and just burn out. And not only that, my eyesight hurt. So
yeah,
I planned that every 15 minutes, I'd get up and walk around, go get some coffee, whatever I need to do, refocus my eyes out in the farthest distance so my eyes didn't hurt quite as badly. And focus on the farthest tree you could, and then also just relax, because for 10 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't, you'll burn yourself out and it won't be good, folks.
Yeah, you need breaks. Like in every sport, they have breaks. There's no sport that goes 1 hour full on and you don't stop.
Right. Well, and I mean, work-wise, if we're our own bosses, nobody's going to tell you, hey, take a break,
Yeah.
That's the way it works. Don't take a break and you'll get broke. If you don't take a break, you'll break. I think you're right on that. You are right on that. Now, another question is, what is something you are obsessed with? By the way, these questions today come from.
We got to get new ones. I think I've heard this one.
Well, we may have, but
let's get some wacky questions over the next week. We might have to write them ourselves. Let's write some questions ourselves.
Maybe so. Yeah, this one's from conversationsstartersworld.com.
I'm obsessed with getting better questions that we make up.
Okay. Well, what are 3 words to best describe you? Want me to do it? I'm kidding.
I'm not you.
I'm not you. You're not me. There we go.
It's more. Well, I'm just not you. Because some people are normal and they're like, they'll say they do something. I go, well, I'm not you.
No, but that's, actually, that's pretty good.
Far from it, actually.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good answer, actually. I'm not you. Yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't describe you. It just describes what you're
just
not.
Take whatever you are and how you think about life and how you look at the world. And that's probably the opposite of how I do. I kind of look at things from a different perspective. So, because people say, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. And then I'll say, well, I'm not you. So
right.
I think it's actually pretty good. I'm not you. I like that. That would get people to leave each other alone, quit judging all the time.
Well,
that's the shirt we need.
But as far as, is there anything to, well, I guess you can go with that. I'm not you. I get that.
Yeah, different. I'm different.
Well, there you go. Describe you different. Well,
it's like Michael Jackson said, I'm not like other guys. Remember he said that to that girl?
No, I remember. And it says, I'm not like other guys. I'm special. You're special.
Well, he was claiming he was better.
Yeah, probably. Well, he was better. He turned into a werewolf, dude.
Yeah.
Not much better than that.
I just realized her name too. I was trying to remember her name.
Ola May. Ola May?
Ola Ray.
Ola Ray. Ola Ray.
Yeah, that's cool because I was almost forgetting it. I'm a little rusty on the trivia.
Well, I'm thinking of the Ola, O-L-E.
O-L-A. I think it's O-L-A and then Ray. Ola Ray.
Yeah, I had an aunt named Ola. That's why
Oh, wow.
I remembered. Yeah. And my uncle's name was Nate. Now, I didn't know that I didn't know her name was actually Ola until I was way older. Until she passed away, I think, actually, or just
her name was Bola or Ola?
Ola, because I always thought it was Nola.
Oh, and it's just Ola, O-L-A?
Yeah, because my whole life, we were always going over to Nate Nola's.
Nate Nola's. I got you.
Nate Nola's. So I was always Nate and Nola's. I thought it was Nola, N-O-L-A. It was, my aunt, that's funny. Yeah, they were great people. My aunt Nate, my aunt Uncle Nate, my aunt Ola, Nate and Ola. But I heard everything come out fast. Nate Nola. Nate Nola. But let's see here. What did I say? What was your obsession right now currently?
Great questions that we write ourselves. Right. We're trying to write more. We're trying to write more, so we got to write everything.
Okay, and so I know you're gonna give me this one. You're gonna tell me that I've asked you before,
but I'll try a new answer.
There you go. What would be your perfect weekend?
9 days.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, that 2-day crap is not. No, that's not good. 9-day weekend. Not every weekend because it's impossible.
Brian, I'm gonna try that one. I'll go ahead and I like to try that 9-day weekend. That'd be great.
Yeah, think about the radio station. We got a block party weekend, 9 days of great hits. That'd be
that would throw people off so much if you just say that. That'd be rad. Just 9-day weekend, block party weekend. That'd be hilarious. What's your favorite number and why?
13. It's because I'm not you, and I take 13 as a lucky number.
Yeah. Well, I like number 7 because the strongest. I know it's the strongest because 7, 8, 9.
There you go. Apparently you can play Reefer Madness for free at a theater. I found an article about films you can watch for free.
Hey, there you go. What's the most useful thing you own?
Um, hmm. Oh, that toilet, man. Very useful.
Yeah, toilet does find its way into your life now and again, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if anybody disagrees with me, I will gladly take the toilet for a week and see how they like it. They won't
Um,
like it. They won't like it. Now, the cell phone they think they need, but you really need a toilet.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, okay, so I'll give you that one. You're right. So that's funny. Oddly enough, this goes hand in hand with that one. What's your favorite way to waste time? In the bathroom?
I like to look up festival films that you can get for free, like Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Those
Think
are
about the money that guy could save. He gets that. People will go see that. House on Haunted Hill. We got White Zombie.
well, I think that he's done some of that stuff. He just has not promoted it
Yeah.
exactly the same way I would. I mean, he does promote his own things and stuff quite a bit. I think he does quite a bit of that stuff. We just don't know about it because obviously it's not being promoted
Yeah.
in
That
our
would be fun though to have older movies that you don't have to pay for. Cause
yeah. Well, yeah, and then I'm not sure if you pay for it when they walk in the door or you know what I mean.
well, if you do a public domain, you can charge anybody anything you want. Because
Yeah, I'm not sure.
there's no rules. I'm reading it right now, and it's like there's one called the Most Dangerous Game, and it's about an insane hunter stalking Fay Ray and Joel McCrae, and it's the same jungle set used for King Kong, and that's a classic from like 1932.
Hmm.
Couldn't do it every night. You might do one
No.
a week, but
Yeah.
it's not working out for the first run movies though. So
Well, I think it's just during this pandemic. So
oh, he said even during the good times, barely if even break even because the expenses of the first run movies are just too expensive.
I think it ends up being it's supposed to be a loss leader, but it's not. I think that it's a loss in some cases there. So Brian, what do you think of tattoos, and do you have any?
I don't have any, but I think they're great if people want them. And even if I'm okay with face tattoos now because so many people have them, it's not as weird. Yeah, I'm fine if you want a tattoo. People like it to express themselves.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that. What do you think of?
Now, having said that, if you get a tattoo, you do go to hell. We know that from the Bible. I think they're great if you like them, and I've seen some good ones.
What do you think about fake breasts?
If somebody wants them, that's fine. But a lot of times they don't work out well. They're not done well.
Kind of like tattoos.
Yeah, but it's a little more painful, I think, if it's fake breasts are done wrong.
Well,
it'd be cool if people just would be happy with who they are.
you just said all this about the tattoos.
No, tattoos, that's who you are. You mark who you are.
That's the same. See, to me, it's the same thing as a breast.
Oh no, fake breasts are trying to change your whole appearance and be sexy and all this stuff. And it's also
what? That's the same thing as a tattoo. The whole purpose of
tattoo is to express something about yourself. It's very small compared to fake breasts where you're getting surgery and you're trying to be something that the public apparently wants you to be. And yeah, it's done with insecurity. A lot of tattoos are done with pride and strength.
A lot of them are, and a lot of them are done with insecurities as well. I mean, they get tattoos all day. I guarantee you the majority of tattoos are made from people who want to, look cool or have something on that says, hey, I'm something that I'm not, facial tattoo, whatever. It's like, what you want where people look at you and say, hey, why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just I think that, the self-esteem thing, breast implants.
I think people that get fake breasts, a lot of times it is a lack of self-esteem. And
100%. They're not.
A lot of tattoos are just wanting to, they're high self-esteem. Hey, I want to show that I'm a, football guy or I'm a hunter or whatever. They have their stuff, or I like certain movies even. It seems a positive. The fake breast just seems real negative, sad
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying, but I don't believe you. The reason why I don't believe you, I don't believe you. I don't agree with you because
Yeah.
I was that under that impression until I've seen so many women who have had stuff done with them because their bodies had changed so much throughout life, and
Yeah.
they're like, you know what? I used to have all these nice breasts, and then I birthed these kids, and they sucked the life out of me, and now I have these runny eggs in front of me, and then just to hate to use that term, but that's actually something I heard from them, and it's like, I mean, no matter what they do, they work out, they do much the best they can do. It doesn't come back because at one time it was fat, and now it's muscle, and
Yeah.
so.
Well, yeah, and whatever they want to do is fine with me. I have no problem with it. It's just,
But I mean,
I'm not a fan. I mean, there are times where it might be a good idea, but there's other times where women just want to
sure,
get bigger breasts thinking it's going to make something better. So
yeah. Well,
not a fan, but if you want to do it, that's great.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got you. I'm the same way with that. I'm not. I mean, I'd rather women not do it, but I know why they do now. It's like,
yeah. Well,
they
surgery is scary. Surgery.
Yes. And then, where did you go last weekend? What did you do last weekend?
I didn't really go a lot of places, but I did a lot of stuff around the house. Wrote quite a bit, a decent amount. And then I watched some good fights and had lunch from Mill City. Didn't go there, but went there and picked it up. So didn't leave town, but had a good time.
Well, this one might go back to the last question real quick. What is something popular now that annoys you?
Popular now?
Yeah. Boob jobs.
No, those have been popular forever. I think they might even been going down in popularity. Seems like millennials are less superficial, but that's just my view. Something that's was popular that's not popular now, or something popular now that annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like those heavy bass sounds that cars drive by and that shakes the whole town. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah,
people that don't signal when they take a turn, and you're waiting for them. You have to wait to see what they're going to do instead of them signaling.
Is that a new popular thing? Or it's an idiotic thing? I think people are just idiots, and
seems to be popular. Most people don't signal anymore, or they'll do it after it's too late. I've done that.
Yeah, that's true. I get that. I think something popular that bugs me is isolation.
Oh yeah, that's not popular. That's hated.
Well, no, but because all these kids, we're in isolation because of the pandemic. But
yeah,
in particular, these kids get on these computers and
you're right.
They don't go out and play at all anymore. You know what I mean? And just even if you're in public, if they have their phone in front of them, and I do the same thing because it's taken over the world. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it drives me crazy. What did you do on your last vacation? Your last good vacation, what did you do?
It's been a while. Might have gone on a cruise to Acapulco and all that. I think might have been my last. I'm not sure. Oh no, I did. In 2013, I went to Hollywood basically and tried to make a TV show with this guy and got an agent and met with an agent and stuff on Wilshire Boulevard. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys had some fun. I mean, I know it didn't work out for you, but you had some fun. I mean,
yeah. Well, it was just the problem between me and my guy at the time, my partner. So,
but
we got in our own way because we were in a big time agent's office. They're giving us, what do you want? I wanted a coffee a certain way and all that stuff, and they're acting like we matter. It was really weird, like we're important.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Yeah,
and and I am all for going on vacation right now.
Yeah,
down to California to go to the game shows. So let's do it. Let's do it.
The cool thing I learned there is you can be in an agent's office and you're the toast of the town and you have 3 ideas they don't like and they're like trying to gnaw their arm off to get rid of you. Cruel business.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they hear it all,
Yeah. By
Well,
the time the third one bombed, they're like, I think they're on the spectrum.
well, I talked to a couple of them recently, and it's interesting, anyways. And I mean, fortunately, they've all been very pro my ideas. They just haven't been able to work out yet. You know what I mean? So you never know.
Well, as a person that hasn't made it so far, but's made a few attempts, I say get rid of anybody that's not mean as hell to you, because they got to rip you apart. That guy was a big time agent, and he said, well, that idea is good, but it's not going to make any money. In fact, it's encouraging people to not have cell phones. Get me something else. And then he was rough. They got to be rough on you, because then it makes you want to do it and get it better.
Makes you a little hungrier.
Yeah, because actually my idea was it was called Unplugged or something like that. And all these millennials get all their cell phones and everything taken away and have to go live with these old people and do these chores and everything. And the guy said, well, that's discouraging cell phone use. If I had been quick, I would have said, no, half the time they're making apps with the old people and they're advertising phones and different stuff. If I had said that, I probably would have signed a deal with that show.
Yeah, that actually sounds.
So you got to be ready to get ripped up and come back. And I had one about Main Street revival, and it was rebuilding these towns, and he didn't like the name. He said, that's a good concept, but I don't like the name. And then I had one called Homeless No More, and he said, nobody wants to see anything about homeless.
Well, yeah, I get that. In California right now, it's so ridiculously.
Well, this was 8 years ago, but yeah, he goes, right, it's too much of a downer. They're not going to watch. I had disagreed with him. I thought people would watch homeless vets rebuild their lives.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's great that they do that. I mean, but.
Well, one part he didn't like was, in Survivor, when they vote you out. Have you ever seen that in Survivor? They vote you out.
Yeah.
Well, in this, when they vote you out, they kick you to the curb, it's called. So he thought that was too violent. I said, they don't physically kick you.
Well, I think that's not a bad idea concept.
Yeah.
Just need to try and make me think about that a little more. I think that's it.
I think the problem was I didn't say it confidently, because I've heard that if you have confidence, you believe deeply in it, it's going to work. But my partner and I got in each other's way and got in our own way. So like you and I can encourage each other. And I think we get in a meeting and maybe I stumble and you pop in, or you stumble and I jump in.
Yeah. There's not a problem there. I mean, I think that we're on a track right now to really actually do something sometime. I mean, might be a long time, but
every day for the rest of our lives. So that's good. I was going to tell you that you did a big thing for me. You got us doing this daily Zoom, and I know every morning you say, oh, it's just for fun and everything, but it's really helped me feel good. I have something in the morning I got to get ready for. I can't half-ass it, can't go back to bed. And I had to mentally prepare to come out here and do this show in the 32-degree weather, basically.
Right.
But it's fun, man. It's good. I think just having something to do every day where we bounce off each other, and the questions are good. I just need to come up with some weird, quirky questions for you that you might like, because you always like it if I come up with something that's interesting. You go, man, I never thought of that.
Well, yeah, I come up with questions constantly. You should come up with a couple, and that'd be a good idea.
You should come up with new ones. Like your questions should be, what's wrong with you? No.
Yeah.
Do you really think that? That'd be a good question.
It's just dawned on me. I have a worker out here in the fields. I didn't realize that.
You have an illegal immigrant working in your fields and you're treating them badly? Is that what you just said?
Yes. No, I have a worker in the field. I didn't realize he was coming today. Apparently, I haven't seen him for quite a while, and he's showed up. So.
Oh, does his name rhyme with Jokey?
Yes,
it does. He's a good guy. It does
rhyme with Jokey.
I like that guy. He's a worker.
He's a worker. He's here working, so that's good. Yeah, and it's been he had surgery on his foot or something, so I'm asking to go walk around and do some.
I like him because he's nonchalant and nothing's a big deal. You're like, well, we got to build a 40-foot trench, 20 feet deep. Okay.
Yeah.
My brother.
No.
That's all he says.
Yeah, that's true. It's exactly what it is. Basically, it's just
Yeah.
which
Wash
Michigan.
my roof, and he's up there, and it's dangerous as hell. And he's like, I might get killed, but if not, I'll get done today.
It's about the truth of it. It's like, well,
Yeah.
he has no problem doing whatever. Well, I don't
Yeah.
think I'll die doing it.
Very low key guy. No, he was safe, but it's funny. He just has that nonchalant, low key.
It is because he knows nothing's. You can't phase him.
Done it all.
He can do anything.
Yeah, he's done almost everything.
Yeah, and then also, he does this. Like, so he'll get his brother. That means all that means is that I'm paying double.
Yeah.
I'm paying double. Okay.
We've
Nice.
never met the brother, but whatever.
No, actually, that's not true.
No, he's great. His brother's good too.
Jokey's brother.
Brother rhymes with Busty, or what?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Busty. There you go.
I kind of like Busty and Jokey.
Busty and Jokey. There you go.
That's a bad comedy team.
Busty and Jokey. Yeah. Well.
Don't call
Not
them
bad.
that. They don't like that stuff. They're
They're manly men.
regular guys, manly men. They're not going to like that kind of joke.
Yeah, no, they're good guys. So yeah, they try and they bust their butt. They're yeah, I gotta give them some ideas for work.
Yeah. If you tell them they're ripping through that and kicking ass, they like that. You're like, man, you got a lot done in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, they do get a lot done actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know what I noticed is the only time they take breaks is when you and I go to talk to them.
yeah.
I'm learning that is like, leave the guy alone, but I can't help it. I want to talk to him about what he's doing.
Yeah, it's costing money. Yeah, you want to have a conversation with him? Go to his house.
Yeah, you're like, man, these guys are wasting time. And I'm thinking, actually, I'm wasting your time, not him. I'm the one that talked to the guy.
Yeah, exactly. No, but they need breaks now and again anyway.
Yeah.
But they will take them too. They'll be like, oh, I mean, problem is that sometimes they take breaks and it's like, well, next then it drags them on, just takes the job a little longer and a little longer. But either way, I do need to talk to them in the near future. Oh, what? Speaking of which, I will go talk to them very soon because I realize now we're actually at that magical hour. We're at that pound hour.
Yeah, let's do it. I got dogs approaching or something. I hear dogs barking. This place is going crazy, but this was a good one.
Did you show me your feet? Are your dogs barking?
All right, I'm ready to roll. I got to take a trip.
Let's do it. Ready? Row, sham.
Scissors.
I beat you.
Right on. I didn't even see it. I still had something I was looking up on there. Let's see. I'm gonna trust you on this one that you won. I'll review the tape.
Why you review the tape? Yeah, exactly. Do that, and I will see you.
You went rock.
Yeah, I went rock. Yeah.
One of us has gone rock every time.
Well, that's we're
good.
solid.
We like rock and roll. We're
rockers. Solid, baby. Yeah. So we'll do that.
There's a toilet out there I can't live without.
Absolutely. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.